Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program with me, Hi Hobo, in the Home in Good Health Space Academy. We have one flight in progress, that is our flight to Eve. Now, where we left this last time was, we just got it into orbit around Kerbin itself, so I thought I'd press continue there, silly me. And our next step now is to get into an orbit around the Sun. That is our plan. Well, it's my plan. It's the plan I am going with. It might not be a good plan, but it's a plan. Okay, so we're here. We need to get all the way back round to here, and then we're going to do a burn, and we're going to see if we get enough thump to get us all the way into either, well, one of two things. Either we look out and we get caught in the influence of Eve as our uh, uh, flight path changes. I can't even think of what I'm trying to say here. Far too jank. And the other thing, or the other thing is that we get caught in the sun and we escape this particular air quotes system. Again, I'm not quite sure exactly how you'd refer to this. Astrologists or people with Google, please correct me. Feel free to correct me. We'll jump into an orbit with the sun. Just a quick disclaimer again. It does say mission to Eve on the title. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get there. We're going to try to get there. Number one. Number two. What I do isn't necessarily going to be right. In fact, it's most probably not going to be right, and therefore, um, if I do things that you don't agree with, or I'm doing things differently, feel free to post in the comments that you know how you would do things. I'm more than happy to hear that. But don't rage at me because I'm not particularly interested in that. This is what we are left with anyway. Okay, so I just realised I haven't got myself a drink, so I'm going to let this orbit round a little bit, and then we will be back when we are ready to burn on the opposite side of the planet. So for me, it will be a few seconds, but for you, it will be right now. So there we go. We're near enough. I'm just going to give it a little bit more of a kick. But don't want to go too far because it's going to take a few seconds for us. Actually, I didn't want to come out of the map view there. But what we do want to do is just adjust our course a little bit there. We're still a little bit heavy, but not on the roll, we're not. Hit that there. That's actually going to be, I know it only looks like a tiniest little bit of burning out of line, but anything is going to be exaggerated that we miss by. So we're going to go straight up with, in fact actually we'll just do a half throttle burn just to try and conserve a bit of fuel. The fuel situation, well, we're burning through our second to last tank, our penultimate tank, and then we go to the lander stage. Might not be enough. Might need to pack a bit more fuel on there, but we'll see. In fact, we'll just throttle it down a touch more. As this gets higher and higher, it will require less fuel to get faster. And obviously, we need to keep this burn rate as low as we possibly can. I don't know, maybe a nuclear engine. I'm not sure exactly. Everybody talks about the oh shit, we've completely come off target here. Everybody talks about these nuclear engines. I don't understand why they're so great. I'm guessing they must be because people much smarter than I have been talking about using them, and how you've done so with great success. How are we doing? Down to the last 50 litres. It's about what a car tank would hold. A large car, family car. And we're barely escaping to the Mun's influential Hands up those who don't think this is going to happen. I'm burning down the wrong fucking line, aren't I? Shit. I want the 90-degree mark. X, where are you? God damn. Hold on. No, I am burning down the right. So what? Hold on. Why is it kicking so much north? Because that's the... I'm sure that's right, but why are you going all the way up there? I don't understand. Right, let's just see what this is here. Kerbal escape, which then puts us on... Oh, sort of what we want there, actually. That's going to be kind of... Yeah, okay. That's not a terrible start. The plane could do with being a bit better. I'm an idiot, so I'm going to have to guess, and I'm going to say that coming down to... Oh, gee, this is all going to change by the time we actually get to our next burn stage. So I'm going to put it on the 135-degree mark for no reason whatsoever, other than I've started doing that. I am going to... Now, that's our Kerbal escape point, and that puts us then... This would be in orbit with the sun. So then we're going to get to, presumably, here, and we're going to burn, and we're going to drop that onto this mark, and then we're going to get here, and we're going to drop that onto this mark roughly, and then we're going to wait for... Then we're going to either need to come slightly inside or slightly outside, and either let Eve catch us, or we catch up with Eve, one of the two. But we either consistently need to be inside or outside this line, where an area of influence is going to be blah blah, etc., etc. So let's travel 1 million miles an hour, given that we've had so much joy and luck with that in the past. In fact, actually, that seems to be sort of flexing into that path anyway. We're gaining a massive amount of speed. We're nearly at 1 billion meters a second. Oh, whoa, 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 that was, that came up quick. Okay, so now then, the burn point here, which is going to be a retro burn. One thing I didn't do was check our fuel situation. Not bad. Shouldn't take a lot of fuel now to make retro adjustments. Why I've gone this way, I don't know. I understand it would have been quicker to have made the ship rotate right, I think. I don't know. I'm in a bit of a derpy mood today. I'm in a good mood. I'm just in a derpy mood. Ship just settle out a little bit. That roll is insane. Okay, we'll just put a tiny burn on that. So the height of Eve is 9.5 million. So that's what we're looking for here. There you go. That's starting to speed up now as we excuse me, as we close the gap. "54 days to rotate around the sun." Technically, a year then. 54 day. Well, no, because that's only half a year. Of course, it's a 306-day year. If assuming that I'm roughly travelling the same sort of speed as Kerbal is. The velocity, I'm just a touch faster, in fact. So maybe a 110-day year, perhaps. Ship just settle out a little bit. Just a touch faster, in fact, so maybe a 110-day year, perhaps. 110 day 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 year, perhaps. 1 this could take a little while. So feel free to talk among yourselves. Just give it a little bit more kick and just let that... excuse me. Just and let that speed up a touch. There you go. Those numbers are starting to tumble now, like some sort of madman. Oh yeah. Hopefully, I've turned the microphone down a little bit. I think what happened there was I was still talking to Warner Brothers about trying to get Batman fixed. So I'd like to do a Let's Play on that. And one of the things that they suggested was that my sound card might have been out of date, etc., etc. So I changed the quality on it, and what that did is reset the mic levels that I previously set out, because I record a bit quieter and then boost it and do a noise reduction in post-edit. But I think that I was sort of shouting at the microphone as well, and that with the culmination of the microphones being too loud and too sensitive. How are we doing for fuel now? Half a tank. That's, see, now it's starting to get a little bit worrying, because this gap is a lot bigger than it looks. Yeah, I think that was it. I think it was more of a distortion than it was anything else. Of course, I would pick... Well, I suppose it's not the most pissed planet to go to as far as orbits go. So yeah, hopefully that's fixed now. And you're enjoying this in stunning, reasonable definition. Acceptable definition. There you go, that's shotgun. I'm going to patent that, and for those of you who are aware of the programme, I'm taking that to Dragon's Den. Acceptable definition. It will cost you £300, and it will be included in the PlayStation 6. True story. Yeah. We might be orbiting this particular path until we crash back into Kerbal for quite some time, because I think we could always use the lander stage as a final attempt to level this deficit. Who would have thought it cost so much fuel to slow down? See, what I could do is just do one massive suicide burn and try and drag that right onto that line and have this sort of oval and hope, fingers crossed, that we catch Eve before we catch Kerbal again, and or use the retro stage to just make a couple of slight course adjustments there. I mean, certainly by this point we're well outside the area of influence, the gravitational pull of any planet or moon within the Kerbal's immediate system. We're just too far out to be in this influence, I'm sure. But we're not far off now. We're also not far off running out of fuel either. I think pretty much the target is going to get met and the fuel is going to run out near enough at the same time. So I think we are going to be using our lander stage to take the periapsis, is that? No, the apoapsis down. 1 more million meters. Billion meters, sorry. No, that's it, we're out of fuel. What's that number doing? That's just flipping out. Okay. So, goodbye old friend. Oh, actually, hold on. We need to get this. And we'll disconnect it at the north facing. And try and sort of throw it a little bit, that's right. And carry on spinning right the way round. And ooh, that's a lot more controllable than it was. Well done, SAS, creating force in a vacuum with nothing. Mind you, assumably it has some nature of a gyroscope in there. That's right. So we just need to take a little bit more off it. 9546. Oh, have I? I haven't hit that. Wow, that was lucky. Judas Priest on a just wow. That was nearly reminiscent of what happened last time. So 9546. Don't want to get too close though, otherwise this is going to take a unbelievable amount of time. 5. So about 5-4 would be perfect. Mind you, hold on, that looks like that's actually already... no, carry on. 5, 4... Well, okay, we cut a little bit under there, but... Okie doke. We're reasonably happy with that. So let's go and now then start getting on the inside of Kerbal. We'll get round to the periapsis and then we'll start dropping this side if we have enough fuel. What we do need to do, probably one of the most important things, is we need to keep enough fuel so that once we get caught up in this, we can start making adjustments. Otherwise, we're going to wind up getting flung off out into unknown space. So even if we could just get an orbit on to Eve, that would be a good start. And maybe another couple of tanks of fuel would be a win. Okay. Settle out. It's so difficult to make these minor adjustments. Okay, well, I'll just go with that. I'm not too worried about the roll, really. I wonder if I can put a bit of a tilt on this as well, actually. Let's do it a bit more of an extreme. What's this doing here? It's not dropping it enough. Right, I'm less worried about the tilt than I am about actually slowing into an orbit. So let's continue there. And we can always worry about the tilt afterwards. Because I bet, yeah. It is very pretty though. That'd make quite a picture. Quite a desktop, I think. But I haven't taken that picture. Let's go back to the map. Let's just keep an eye on this number, which very questionable as to whether or not this is going to tumble enough. But at least we have a bit of a shot of getting caught up in this one. We'll just have to fast forward it until eventually the influence catches up, which is going to be quite a niche area. I mean, pretty much this area is about as good as we're going to get with that at this particular moment. So the closer we can get these, the better. The longer it will take, but the better. In fact, actually, you know what? Let's cut the burn there, and because like I say, I want to keep some so I can adjust my course. So we're actually going to try and catch up with Eve. I'm hoping that we catch up with it about here. But we'll have to see what the Kerman's gods... Oh no, sorry, it's going to catch up with us. We're taking the outside line. So, yeah, it's probably going to take quite a long time. Because this is our slowest point, and also it's our furthest away point. We need to catch it here. In fact, what I'll do is I'm going to cut away, and I will be back when we have an influence. So I'll see you shortly. Okay, everyone, so we're back, and we went round and round and round in circles, and it overtook us and nothing. So I don't think this is going to be close enough. Possibly due to its height. So I'm wondering if I just quickly, whilst I'm at that other end, if I burn downwards, what does that do? As far as the tilt goes, nothing, I guess. If I burn to the north... Whoops, is that the one? What does that do? So difficult to see with all these other lines, but I mean, this looks like a fairly close interception now. If maybe we're just to slow that down a touch. On the south line, I guess? We would start slowing down this way. The 180 mark. Start forcing them apart, or what? I wish there was a free look. No, that's not doing what I want it to do. I wonder if I can burn it just a bit closer now. I mean, those are pretty much bob on the goddamn money there. But I don't know if this is going to be enough here. And I don't know how to make that lift. I don't know what to do. Guys, post in the comments. Go ahead. How do I make that go up here? What we'd probably have to do then is wait for a similar sort of situations and then point at... Because that'll adjust it over there. Oh, sugar cakes, because we are starting to get quite desperate on the old fuel frontage now. So, okay, again, I think I'm going to cut away, and I'm going to keep on circling and see if that has any influence on what happens next. So I will be right back. Okay, everybody, so I did do a few adjustments. I did a southerly burn at the periapsis to bring us into line. Here is Eve. That's how close we are. This is how close it gets, and yet it doesn't ever look like the two are going to influence each other. In fact, actually, if we go into first person mode here and just put a bit more zip down, we could probably actually just watch it shoot straight past us. In fact, actually, what I'm going to do first is, just in case we get sucked into it accidentally, I'm going to quick save it. I know this is a bit cheap, but we are completely and utterly out of fuel, so there is nothing now that this is drifting dead. He's he's been in space for nearly 10 years, nearly, and unless he has the luck of the gods and he gets caught up in this, I assume that's Kerbin over there, I guess. No, it can't be. Excuse me. It might be actually one of the moons of. Could be Gilly actually. That's Gilly. Yeah. So I say that's how close they get. And so if it doesn't interfere with it by here, then this is a dead flight, and I think we need to go back and add more fuel and try this again. So we'll just go back into here and see how close we physically get. And you look at this sort of tumble. Let's just make sure that we're getting... Turn the SAS off. So we can sort of stay. I suppose the SAS doesn't really matter if it's off or not. Better camera angle, no, just the two now. So I think we've just got to watch it scream past underneath us. Yeah. Well, that couldn't be it then. That's it. Bosh. Off it goes. Oh, that's... hold on, we're up at the periapsis. Apoapsis there. So where's its intersection point? But yeah, I just don't see how I can get much closer. I really don't. And even when I do, the chances are I'm most likely just going to skip off the atmosphere. I mean, this is about as good as it's ever going to get, and I don't think that's enough. I don't think I'm anywhere near accurate enough. I might have overbaked this as well. A touch. So we go back. We add more. Excuse me. We add more fuel. We maybe look at those nuclear engines. Nuclear power. But we do that in another episode. I'm not going to end this flight. I'm going to leave him up here, and he can be our planetoid, satellitoid sort of doogamajiggy. So thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to tune in next time to find out how this is going to resolve itself. And also don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe so you can find out when the new episodes are coming out. Yeah, my name's Hobo, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.